Recently, Chris Hemsworth, the mighty Thor actor, known for being ripped, has taken a step back from filming movies, as he has been diagnosed at high risk of Alzheimer's. Sadly, it doesn't always matter how strong and fit your body is when it comes to your brain. We all have bad habits that we know can damage our health, like smoking, unhealthy foods, drinking, and not getting enough sleep or exercise. But what about our brains? Well, believe it or not, there are also a number of daily habits that can harm your cognitive function and cause you problems as you age. In this video, we'll discuss 12 of these damaging behaviors. If you are guilty of any of them, it's time to make some changes. Welcome to Epic State, your home for money, mindset, and motivation. Number 1. Sitting too much. We know it's bad for our bodies, but sitting down for long periods of time can also be damaging to your brain. When you sit, your muscles are inactive and your calorie burning rate drops, both of which can lead to decreases in the size of your hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory and learning. In addition, sitting too much can increase your risk of developing Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. Even if you exercise regularly, sitting for extended periods of time can cancel out the benefits of working out. So if you want to keep your brain healthy, it's important to limit the amount of time you spend sitting down. Get up and move around every few hours, take a brisk walk during lunchtime, and stand up when you're on the phone. Making small changes like these can help keep your brain sharp as you start to age. Number 2. Not sleeping enough. Maybe 1 in 5 people are geared up to operate with just a few hours of sleep. But for the rest of us, not sleeping enough can damage our brains. When you don't get enough sleep, your brain doesn't have the chance to recover from the day's activities. This can lead to cumulative problems with memory and concentration, and it can also make you more likely to make mistakes. In addition, not getting enough sleep can also increase your risk of developing mental health problems, such as depression and anxiety. So if you want to keep your brain healthy, make sure you get plenty of rest. Number 3. A lack of socializing. Socializing helps keep your mind active and engaged, which can prevent cognitive decline. A study published in the journal PLOS ONE found that people who socialize regularly were more likely to have better memory and higher levels of verbal fluency than those who didn't. So if you want to keep your brain healthier, make sure to schedule some time for socializing with friends and family. Number 4. Not enough daylight. Exposure to sunlight helps to regulate your body's internal clock, and not getting enough daylight can disrupt this process. In addition, sunlight helps to boost the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that plays an important role in mood regulation. As a result, not getting enough sun can lead to problems like depression and anxiety. So make sure you get out in the sun for at least 20 minutes every day. Number 5. Too much salt. We're all guilty of eating too much salt. We add it to our food without thinking, or we mindlessly snack on salty foods like chips and pretzels. However, too much salt can be damaging to our health. It can increase our risk of high blood pressure, stroke, and heart disease. But a new study has found that consuming too much salt can lead to cognitive decline. The study participants who consumed the most salt showed a decrease in their scores on tests for attention and working memory. So the next time you reach for the salt shaker, remember that too much of a good thing can be bad for your brain. Number 6. Overeating. You know that overeating is bad for your waistline, but did you know that it can also damage your brain? That's right, those extra hours spent watching TV and munching on junk food can take a toll on your cognitive health. Studies have shown that overeating can lead to inflammation in the brain, which has been linked to Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. In addition, people who overeat are at greater risk of stroke and other neurological conditions. So next time you're tempted to indulge in late-night snacking, remember that it could be doing you more harm than good. Number 7. Chronic stress. When you're chronically stressed, your body produces large amounts of the stress hormone cortisol. This extra cortisol can lead to problems with memory and learning, as well as a decrease in brain plasticity, which is the ability of your brain to change in response to new experiences. Chronic stress has also been linked to changes in the structure of the hippocampus, a part of the brain involved in memory formation. So if you're looking to keep your mind sharp into old age, it's important to find ways to manage chronic stress. Number 8. Lack of mental stimulation. When you don't challenge your mind, it can start to atrophy. This can lead to a decline in cognitive function, and an increase in risk of dementia. So make a point of stimulating your brain on a daily basis. Try learning a new language or taking up a hobby. Even something as simple as reading a book or doing a crossword puzzle can help keep your mind sharp. Don't let your brain turn into a mushy mess. Make an effort to keep it active and engaged. As the saying goes, if you don't use it, you lose it. Number 9, the Google effect. It's no secret that the internet has changed the way we think. With the power of Google at our fingertips, we can find the answer to almost any question in a matter of seconds. However, this dependence on the internet may be having a negative effect on our brain power. Studies have shown that the more we rely on the internet for information, the less likely we are to remember that information ourselves. This phenomenon is known as the Google effect, and it could be having a serious effect on our cognitive abilities. Number 10, focusing on the negative. Research has shown that people who focus on negative events are more likely to have higher levels of amyloid and tau deposits in their brain. Amyloid and tau are proteins that are linked to Alzheimer's disease. Therefore, by focusing on the negative, you are essentially damaging your brain and increasing your risk of Alzheimer's disease. So next time you're feeling down, try to focus on the positive instead. It might just save your brain. Number 11, not drinking enough water. When you're even slightly dehydrated, it can affect your mood, energy levels, and ability to think clearly. In fact, dehydration is one of the main causes of brain fog. Not only does it make it difficult to concentrate and remember things, but it can also lead to anxiety and depression. So if you want to protect your brain, be sure to stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water throughout the day. And if you're not a fan of plain water, try adding some lemon or cucumber slices to give it a refreshing flavor. Your brain will thank you for it. Number 12, too much sugar. Consuming large amounts of sugar can lead to a buildup of plaque in the brain, which can block critical neural pathways and lead to cognitive decline. In addition, sugar consumption has been linked to inflammation, which has been shown to damage brain cells and lead to conditions like Alzheimer's disease. So if you're looking to keep your mind sharp, it's best to limit your sugar intake. With that said, we've come to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, then hit the like button and make sure to subscribe for more money, mindset, and motivation. Until next time.